All right, hi everybody. So this is what you have to do during this. You have to get the answers out. So when I pause and I say, what is it? You need to write it down. You have to do this for yourself. You're doing it for you. You're being kind to yourself, because if you don't do it, you're not going to learn. It's going to be much harder to learn. I'll say that. All right, so when we pause, like pause the video, write your answer down, then restart it, see if you're right. Okay, let's go. So this is the number 24. It's in an array. It's 4 by 6. Okay, so this is 24. So my first question is this. What are we looking at there? If the whole thing is 24, what are we looking at? I'm going to answer in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're looking at half of 24, which is the same thing as half times 24. Isn't that incredible? Half of 24, half times 24, same thing. Okay, and what is that? What is the total? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So half of 24 is 12. So you've just learned how to multiply. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty awesome. Let's look at another one. What about this one? What are we looking at? Answer it. Pause and answer. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, 0. That's half. That's half of 24 again. All right, 1 half of 24, that's 12. 1 half times 24 is 12. Half of 24 is 12. We can say 1 half times 24, or we can say 1 half of 24. Those are the ways we can say it. Okay. Now what are we looking at? What is this? What are we looking at? 3, 2, 1. We're looking at 1/3 of 24, or 1/3 times 24. And what is that number, ladies and gentlemen? Count that up. Pointer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? That's 8. So 1/3 of 24, or 1/3 times 24, 8. Let's move on. All right, now what are we looking at? Ooh. 3, 2, 1. We're looking at 2/3. 2/3. 2/3 of 24. So what is 2/3 of 24? Well, if we know what 1/3 is, we know that 1/3 is 8. So that means 2/3 is, you guessed it, it's 16. 2/3 is 16. All right. Now what are we going to look at? We're looking, this is where I messed it up before. I didn't have a chance to fix it. So this is 1/4 of 24. So if you had to circle 1/4 of 24, it should be this puppy right there. And how much is 1/4 of 24? Yep, it's 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. So 1/4 of 24 is 6. And how do we figure out an 1/8? This was a really important thing that Isabella brought up. She was saying she knew that 1/4 of 24 was 6 because she knew half of 24 is 12. And she knows that 1/4 is half of half. Really important. Half of half is 20 is a quarter. Really important knowledge to understand. Half of a half is a fourth. If you know a half, you can figure out a fourth. Half of 24 is 12. Half of 12 is 6. Therefore, 1/4 of 24 is 6. Know your halves. Know your halves. All right, now we know what 1/4 is. How do we know what 1/8 is? Yes, 1/8 is half of 1/4. So if we know that 1/2 is 12, 1/4 is 6, that means 1/8 is, you guessed it, it's, we'll get there, 3. Here you go, 1/8 is 3. All right, what about 3/4 of 24? What is 3/4 of 24? What information should you use that we already have to figure out 3/4 of 24? That's right. What was it? One more time. We know what 1/4. If we know that 1/4 is 24. All right, so we know that 1/4 times 24 is 6. We also know that 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is what? You're right. It's 3/4. So what does that mean? If we know that 1/4 of 24 is 6, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. That means that 3/4. Oops, get out of here. I didn't read that. Was that an important quick tip? It's too bad. 3/4 of 24 is Well, it's 6 times 3, which is 18. All right, so now that you've watched this video, what are your questions? Ask them. Ask the questions. So message me or put the question in the chat. In the chat, do Google Chat. It's just easier for me. You know, that's all it is. And if not, then do your practice. All right, bye.